Too calm. Do you know how to get to Bell's Canyon? Matt's heart stopped. The voice came from the darkness just outside his fire's reach. Matt's throat went dry. He knew that voice. It was him, the man from 2 nights ago. But how? Matt had traveled miles in a completely different direction. There was no way this guy could have followed him through the rough, unmarked terrain. And yet, he had. The chase Matt didn't answer. He didn't move. He just gripped his knife, staring into the shadows, waiting. Silence. Then, the voice came again, more demanding this time. Do you know how to get to Bell's Canyon? Matt's hand shook as he reached for his flashlight. With one swift motion, he flicked it on. And there he was, standing just a few feet away, half hidden behind a tree. His wide, vacant eyes locked onto Matt's. The moment the light hit him, the man's face contorted. Then, he turned and ran. Matt chased after him, but the man moved too fast, unnaturally fast. And within seconds, he had vanished into the trees again. The final night that night, Matt didn't sleep. He sat clutching his knife, waiting, listening. At some point, 3 a.m., maybe 4, the footsteps returned, circling his tent, slow, deliberate. Then, a whisper. Do you know how to get to Bell's Canyon? Matt's breath shuddered out of him. The voice was right outside his tent. Then, the screaming started. Wild, animalistic howls, inhuman and deranged, mixed with deep, guttural moans. Then, silence, escape. When dawn finally broke, Matt ran. He sprinted through the forest, not stopping until he reached his car. He flung himself inside, slammed the lock shut, and sped away. Only when he reached a hotel miles away, hands still shaking, did he see it. Something was written in the dirt on his back windshield. Sleep well? Whatever he had encountered in the woods, had followed him all the way back. The curse of the San Juan Mountains, the cannibal named Alfred Packer. The winter of 1874 was relentless, burying the western Colorado mountains beneath an unforgiving blanket of snow. In a secluded valley, a group of 6 gold prospectors, led by the grizzled 65-year-old Israel Swan, huddled around a dwindling fire, their faces gaunt, their stomachs empty. Weeks of being trapped in the valley had left them weak and desperate. The air crackled with tension as they debated their dwindling options. Among them sat Alfred Packer, a wiry 30-year-old drifter with wild eyes and an insatiable hunger. Not just for survival, but for something deeper, something darker. He had never been truly trusted by the others. They whispered about his epilepsy, his laziness, his lack of discipline. But what Israel saw in him was different. Packer was hungry in a way the others were not. He had a drive, an instinct, a primal cunning that made him dangerous. Then came the voice of doom. From the shadows, a towering figure stepped forward. Chief Ure of the Ute tribe had been their lifeline, rescuing them from certain death, feeding them, sheltering them. Now, his face was grim. His voice, a harbinger of death. If you leave now, you will all die. A deep silence followed his words. The men shivered, not from the cold, but from something else. A gnawing dread. But Packer, ever the restless one, refused to be trapped like a caged animal. His hunger, for freedom, for gold, was louder than the warning. One by one, he convinced the others. Israel, despite his better judgment, agreed. The 4 remaining men followed suit. With that, they turned their backs on the only man who had shown them kindness, and they vanished into the snow-covered abyss of the San Juan Mountains, into the frozen hell. The world around them became a white nightmare. The mountains were jagged and unforgiving, looming over them like silent executioners. Their supplies thinned. The frost bit at their flesh, gnawed at their bones. Each step was heavier than the last. Their progress slowed, and their bodies weakened. Packer lagged behind, his movements sluggish, his gaze